Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Type back in another video today, and today the Green Bay Packers beat the Chicago Bears 17-9. And as these two teams played each other in the first week of the season, they play each other in the last week of the season as well. These two teams played each other in the first week of the season. If you remember, the Packers had their way against the Bears. They beat them by like 3 scores, or they won by like 17 or 21, something like that. And Jordan Love went crazy, and the Packers scored over 30 points. And then after that week 1 performance where they looked so good, we saw until Thanksgiving when the Packers beat the Lions, Jordan Love struggled. After week 1, Love was absolutely terrible up until the week before Thanksgiving. Jordan Love started to play better football. And since the week before Thanksgiving, the Packers have found a way to somehow turn things around this season, and Jordan Love has as well. And, really going back to it when the Packers were struggling really bad, and it looked like there was no hope for this team to make the playoffs whatsoever. But they turned things around, and they win this game 17-9. They clinch a playoff spot as the last wild card in the NFC, and they have themselves a date with the Dallas Cowboys next Sunday at 3:30 on Fox. And they've had their way against the Cowboys in the postseason and the regular season in the past. And last year where the Packers don't make the postseason, and they were in just a situation last year against another NFC North rival. It was against the Lions. Sunday Night Football, only difference is different team, and you had a different quarterback. When I say different team, you were playing a different opponent and a different quarterback. Had Aaron Rodgers and you're facing the Lions. It was a win and you're in situation for the Packers, and they lost. A year later, now they play the Bears. I think they've beat them like 7 or 8 straight times in Green Bay at Lambeau when playing Chicago, and that winning streak is now that winning streak extends as well. And now the Packers get the job done, and Jordan Love in his first year as the Green Bay Packers starting quarterback will be headed to the playoffs. And even though the Packers only scored 17 points on the day, which the Bears defense in the last couple weeks of the season, even though they're 7-10 on the season, their defense started to improve a little bit at the end of the year. Jordan Love had a great day. They were 27 for 32, only threw 5 incompletions, and threw 316 passing yards for 2 passing touchdowns. Final score 17-9. Let's go over the scoring summary. So the Bears weren't terrible in the second half. I mean, they just couldn't score any touchdowns in this game. But I will say last 2 weeks of the season, the Packers defense was dominant. Against the Vikings and the Bears, I know two teams who don't have a lot to play for and haven't been great this season, but only allowed 19 points to the Vikings and the Bears. I mean, even though those two teams aren't great, those are two teams that have talent. I mean, Justin Fields and DJ Moore have been good this season. Even though they're 7-10, Justin Jefferson's arguably one of the best, if not the best wide receiver in the NFL. And they were pretty banged up in the secondary in that matchup against the Vikings. So I won't lie. I mean, I think even though it's the Vikings and the Bears, they only give up 19 points in the last 2 games. Very nice by the Packers right there. But Jordan Love had a great game, even though they only scored 17 points. So first quarter, you have one score. It's Carlos Santos with a 50-yard field goal. It's 3-0. Then Jordan Love throws a 10-yard touchdown pass to Dontavion Wicks. It is his first touchdown reception out of 2 on the day, 7-3. Then with 1 minute and 17 seconds remaining in the second quarter, Carlos Santos with another field goal, this one from 39, and it's 7-6. All right, third quarter, Jordan Love with a 12-yard touchdown pass to Dontavion Wicks. It's 14-6 with the extra point going in. Fourth quarter, you have a pair of field goals for both teams. Or you have one field goal, pair of field goals, one for each team. Carlos Santos with a 35-yard field goal. It's 14-9. Packers' lead is cut down to 5, but then the Packers bring it right back to 8 with 10 minutes and 54 seconds remaining when Anders Carlson has a 25-yard field goal, his first of the day, and it's 17-9. All right, game leaders, Justin Fields 11 for 16, 148 passing yards. He also ran for 27 rushing yards on the day. Jordan Love, 27 for 32, 316 pass yards and 2 passing touchdowns for the Packers. Khalil Herbert led the Bears in rushing yards with 12 carries for 28 rushing yards. Aaron Jones led the Packers in rushing yards for 22 carries and 111 rushing yards. Receiving yards, DJ Moore led the Bears in receiving yards for 4 receptions and 64 receiving yards, while Jaden Reed led the Packers in receiving yards for 4 receptions and 112 receiving yards. Both Bo Melton and Dontavion Wicks for the Packers both had over 60 receiving yards in this game. Also keep in mind Wicks also had 2 touchdown receptions. Packers get the win 17-9 and clinch playoff berth after only missing the playoffs for 1 year. The Packers are back in and have themselves a date with the Dallas Cowboys. That's the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts on the game in the comment section, and peace out.